when the cursor is turns into double arrow, click, hold and drag to the right. And to copy the data or formulas, what I want to do here, that is click the cell or select the cells that you want to copy. What is wrap up? That means I want to fit the text to that cell. Hello, hi, namaste. A warm welcome to my new session on 16th chapter, and the chapter name here is Spreadsheet. Before going to start my today's session, let me to recall the things what I had discussed in my previous session. In my previous session, I started with menus. What is menu? So here menu is nothing but the commands. That means the computer is capable to understand only the instruction. So whatever the instruction I have, that should be formed or given to the computer system in the form of commands. So that command is itself called menu. That means the menu is used to navigate the commands and used to operate on the commands. Under menu, we are going to get a long list of menu, but in my previous session, I had discussed only the 4 different types of menu. In that first one, I'm going to have, that is file menu. Once I entered into the Excel, and at the beginning what I'm going to get? I'm going to get the file menu. So under file menu, what are the options I'm going to have? That is new, open, save, save as, print, print preview, then exit. So these are the certain options I'm going to get under file menu. Then moving on to edit menu. So the name itself indicates that here you can perform different kinds of editing option on your worksheet. So what are the different kinds of editing options I'm going to get here? That is undo or redo. Then copy option I'm going to have, then I'm going to have cut option, then I'm going to have paste option, find or find next, and I'm going to have replace. So these are the certain options I'm going to get under edit menu. In my previous session, we had discussion regarding these options along with the shortcut keys. Moving on to view menu. Once again, under view menu, we are going to get many options. That is, here I can able to specify how actually the worksheet look like. So under view menu, once again I'm going to get the long list of option. Then we had discussion regarding insert menu. So what is insert menu? The name itself indicates that you can able to insert graphs, or you can able to insert charts, or you can able to insert your own images, or you can able to download the pictures from the online, or you can able to insert the symbols, or you can able to insert the equations, etc. So these are the certain options provided by the insert menu. So dear student, in my previous session we had discussion regarding what is menu. Under menu we had discussed what is file menu, what is edit menu, what are the options I'm going to get, what are the shortcut keys I'm going to have. Along with that we had discussion regarding what is view menu and what is insert menu. But in my today's session, I'm going to discuss what is commands and what is column width. So what is command? So here command is nothing but the instruction given to your Excel sheet. That means you cannot instruct the computer directly. That means computer cannot able to understand any native language, and whatever the instruction you want to provide your computer system, that must be written in the form of instruction or commands. That is achieved by using any kind of programming language. That may be a low level programming language, or it may be a high level programming language, or it may be a middle level programming language. So whatever the instruction you want to provide your computer system, that must be written in any programming language. The simple example you can consider here is, suppose if you want to open your Excel sheet, then what you're going to do here? First, you're going to visit the start button. Then when you click start button, you're going to get the long list of pop-up programs. Under all the installed program, what you're going to do? You're going to check or select the Microsoft Tool Kit. Under Microsoft Toolkit, you're going to have Microsoft, PowerPoint, Word, Excel, etc. But what I want here, I want only the Excel. Then I'm going to select the Excel. When I click Microsoft Excel, I'm going to get the Excel sheet. And at the beginning, what? I'm going to get the file menu. Think that now I'm going to instruct the Excel sheet that I want to create the new Excel sheet. So under file menu, I'm going to get the option called new. And when I'm going to give the instruction new, then what the computer system will do? Here the computer system is going to open new worksheet to the user. So this is nothing but the command. So commands are mainly used for the navigation purpose, or it is mainly used to give the instructions to the computer system. So what is command? The commands of the ESS are carried out using two ways. That means whatever the commands you're going to provide your computer system, that can be carried out using two different ways, that is keyboard and mouse. That means you can able to use the keyboard to give the instruction to your computer system, that is nothing but your spreadsheet, or you can also use the mouse. Suppose if I'm going to use the keyboard, then if the file menu bar option, press Alt F. That means suppose if you're using keyboard and if you want to open file menu, then what is the option? What is the shortcut key I'm going to have here? That is, I'm going to press Alt key and F key together. That means when I press Alt key and F key together, then I'm going to get the option that is file menu. Then along with that, it is going to pull down the menu. That means it is going to display all the options of file menu. Then suppose if you're going to use the mouse to give the command, then selecting the file menu, that means I'm going to move the cursor to the file menu, then I'm going to click the file menu, then I'm going to get the display. That means it's going to display its pop down menu. That means it is going to display all the options comes under file menu. So here the user can able to instruct the command or provide the command to the spreadsheet by using keyboard and using mouse. Moving further, I'm going to have column width. So what is column width? So here, suppose if you want to widen your column size, that can be achieved by using column width. Initially, the column size of each worksheet are fixed. I repeat, the column size of each worksheets are fixed. To widen a column, move your cursor over the line. Consider the example here. Think that this is your Excel sheet and this is your column. And suppose if you want to widen the column size, what I want to do? I want to move the cursor here and on the right side of the column heading. Dear student, just remember that you want to move the cursor over the line on the right side. So, always make sure that you want to move the cursor towards the right side of your column heading, and when the cursor is turns into double arrow, click, hold and drag to the right. That means when the cursor turns into double arrow, then what I want to do? I want to click that line, hold, and I want to drag that line towards the right or left until the column is width you want. That means you want to drag that line until you want to drag the line that the column is the width you want. That means how many width you want, you can able to set by using column width. And to wrap the text, that means suppose if you want to fix the text to your column, that is nothing but the cell that you want to wrap, then click the column or rows selection button and select the entire row and column. That means suppose if you want to fit the text to the cell, what I want to do? I want to select the row as well as column and I am going to drag the cell towards right or left and I am going to adjust the cell. Then on the format menu, that means once again if you want to align your text or if you want to wrap up your text, then I can able to use the option called format menu. I'm going to click onto the format menu. Under format menu, I'm going to get the alignment option, and under alignment tab, I'm going to get the text control. I'm going to click on it. So this is the way you can able to widen your column size, and you can able to wrap your text, and you can able to align your text. So to widen the column, what I want to do, I want to move the cursor to that particular column right side, and when the cursor turns into double arrow, what I want to do, I want to hold that line, I want to drag towards right. Suppose if I want to change the width of the column, what I want to do, I want to visit the particular column, place the mouse, that means place the cursor. When the cursor turns into double arrow, then click, hold and drag towards the right. Then you can able to set the width of the column according to your wish. Then to wrap up the text, what I want to do? What is wrap up? That means I want to fit the text to that cell. So what I want to do? Once again, I'm going to drag. That means I'm going to increase the cell size, or I'm going to decrease the cell size. For the alignment, once again, I'm going to have the alignment tab option. Moving further, I'm going to have another option, that is copy. So most frequently what we are going to do, instead of typing same text again, what I will do, I'm going to copy that text. So here copying data or formulas. That means here user can able to copy the data, at the same time the user can also able to copy the formulas. And to copy the data or formulas, what I want to do here, that is click the cell or select the cells that you want to copy. That means think that this is the cell I'm going to have, and what is the data I'm having, that is name. So what I will do, I'm going to click this cell, or I'm going to select this cell, and I'm going to copy the content of the cell. On the edit menu, that means to copy, you can use the shortcut key, that is Ctrl C, or you can visit the edit menu, then click copy and press Ctrl C. That means suppose if you're going to use the mouse, then what I want to do, I'm going to visit the edit menu. When I visit edit menu, I'm going to get the pop-up list. Under pop-up display, I'm going to select the option called copy, or I can able to use the keys from the keyboard. That is nothing but your Ctrl C together. Then click the cell to which you want the data or formula to be copied. That means now I have data. Now I want to copy this data to some other cell. What I will do, I'm going to copy this data, then I'm going to paste into this cell. To copy the formula to multiple cell, click in the cell with the formula, click, hold and drag. That means suppose if you want to copy same content to the multiple cell, what I want to do, initially I'm going to copy the data to that particular cell, and I'm going to place the cursor here. Then I'm going to get the option, that is the cursor is going to change into plus symbol, then I'm going to drag. So this is the way you can able to copy the data to multiple cells. Moving further, I'm going to have the option called paste. So what is paste? Click the cell or select the cell that what you want to copy. Then go to edit, copy or press Ctrl C. The procedure is same. Once you copied your data, you want to paste. How you can able to paste? To paste your data, you're going to have two options. That is, you can use the keyboard and you can also take the help of mouse. Suppose if I'm going to use mouse, then what I want to do? I want to visit the edit menu. Under edit menu, I'm going to get the option called paste. Suppose instead of mouse, I'm using keyboard, then what's the option I'm going to have? That is Ctrl V. That means I'm going to press the key called Ctrl V together. So this is the way you can able to paste your data. Moving further, I'm going to have insert rows and columns. That means suppose if you want to insert any rows and columns to the existing worksheet, that can be achieved by using adding rows and columns. So what is adding row? That is, you're going to insert the rows into your worksheet, or you're going to insert the column to your worksheet. To add a row or column, click the row or column selection button at the far left of the rows and top of the columns. Consider the example here. Think that this is your worksheet. This is your Excel and this is your row and this is your column. And each rows and columns are identified by their unique address. That is, here I'm going to have A, then B, C, D, and E. That means all the columns are addressed with the help of alphabets and all the rows are addressed by the numerical value. So this is your row and this is your column. Now think that I have data here. Now think that I want to insert one more column between B and C. So what I will do? I'm going to place the cursor here and I'm going to right click my mouse and what I'm going to do? I'm going to insert one column and think that I want to insert one row between 2 and 3. What I will do? I'm going to place the cursor between 2 and 3 and I'm going to right click the mouse button. Then I'm going to get the option called insert and I'm going to insert one row between 2 and 3. This is the way you can able to add the rows as well as you can able to insert the column. And suppose if you are going to use the insert menu, that means if you're going to take the help of insert menu, then go to the insert menu. There you're going to have the option called rows and columns. That means you can able to add the row above your selected row or add the column between your selected column. This is the way also you can able to add the rows and columns. Moving further, let's see how we can able to delete the rows as well as columns. Suppose if I want to delete the row, then what I'm going to do? Think that this is your worksheet Now this is the number I have, and think that now I want to remove third row. So what I will do, I'm going to place the cursor here and I'm going to right click my mouse button. Then I'm going to get the option called delete and I'm going to delete the row. And for column, same thing. Think that I want to delete the column called C. What I will do, I'm going to place the cursor here. Once again, I'm going to right click my mouse button. Then I'm going to get the option called delete and I'm going to delete the column. So to delete a row and column, click the row and column selection button on the far left of the row or top of the column. That means this is the way you can able to remove the rows as well as columns. And another option I'm going to have to delete the entire rows or columns and its contents. On the edit menu, you're going to have the option called delete. That means suppose if you want to delete the row and column along with the content which is present in that cell, that can be achieved with the help of edit menu. That means I want to visit edit menu. Under edit menu, I'm going to get the option called delete. By clicking delete option, I can able to delete the rows along with the columns and the value which is present on that cell. So what is cell? That is intersecting of rows and columns itself called cell. So this is the way you can able to insert or add rows and column to the existing workbook, and you can able to delete the rows and columns from the existing workbook. So dear student, in my today's session I started with what is command and in what are the different way I can able to provide the commands to the computer system, that is with the help of keyboard and with the help of mouse. Then we had discussion regarding how to increase the width of column or how to increase the width of row. That means column width and row width. That means how I can able to set the column width and row width. Then we had discussion regarding how to copy the content and how to paste the content. Along with that, we had discussion regarding how to insert the rows and how to delete the rows. Dear students, this is all about in my today's session. Let's meet in the next session with some more information about spreadsheet. Until then, keep watching and keep learning. Thank you.